a biome. A biome is where the environment comes together, which is animals, plants, and climate. Those are all three things that make a biome what it is. And the biome I want to talk today is temperate grasslands. The idea of temperate grasslands is, well, I guess I could show you guys. Much better. Okay, so a temperate grassland in the United States, they're known as prairies, where they are mostly made of flowers, weeds, and just other plants. It's usually meant for soil, and the farmers in this country actually use this land to chop it all down and use it for corn and other crops such.
Temperate grasslands is the savanna. Found in Africa, the savanna has many animals such as lions, giraffes, rhinos, and many other species. There are also temperate grasslands in Russia. A large area grassland is so large that it stretches from the Ukraine of Russia all the way to Siberia, which is a long ways away. Climates vary due to how close the continent is to the equator. And places like prairies in North America experience all kinds of weather, while grasslands in Russia experience extreme cold temperatures and snow. Russia's grassland also holds many mammals and species of birds that can sustain in the extreme climate. Savannas in Africa experience extreme heat and little precipitation. If all these grasslands had one thing in common, it would be that they all centered in the middle of the different continents. When Pangaea was one supercontinent, these grasslands were all together as one until the land separated.
Shown in this climatogram here, we can see that temperate grasslands only gets 40 inches of rain a year. Even though it's not a tropical rainforest, it can still sustain life. One of the known invasive species of plant is the Chinese bush clover, which came from China in 1896 to be used as livestock forage and to keep soil from erosion. With human interference comes consequences. One site, called Biology Letter, actually proves the idea that the grassland has changed by looking at the climate changes that have happened over the years. Many temperate grasslands are actually preserved in forest preserve, as you can see in Cuba Marsh or any other forest preserves. They're everywhere, really. The idea to preserve different biomes in this country is almost non-existent. There are a couple of small communities that actually help out with this, but they're very small. That's the main thing of it. Now, with the government, they've never really thought of the long term, of course. They only think of short term, and they're thinking, okay, temperate grasslands have great soil, which is meant for farming. So why don't we get rid of all of this grassland and then we'll put farms in it? And so that they can grow crops. And in most cases, they think, hey, that's a good idea. But in the end, soil erosion takes over and the land is no longer able to be used until a couple years or so. And truly, the idea is it really the natural occurrence, or is it our fault that this biome is falling apart? Even though we are able to preserve and save a couple of grasslands, we are still having the difficulty of saving all of them.